Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Melissa Chambers Consulting Wednesday Words of Wisdom. I hope everyone is doing good with this snowy weather. I think I mentioned last week, I'm so sick of it. And for those of you who aren't in Ohio or Pennsylvania, or somewhere else where there is a bunch of snow like us, be thankful because I would rather any weather but this. Anyways, we are talking about wanting to go home today. This morning, we're going to quickly talk about I want to go home. So those of you who have loved ones who are living at home, in their home, maybe in the home that you grew up in, if you hear your loved one saying, I want to go home, and you're thinking, well, you are home, and you're not really sure what to say, it could be really confusing. And just like most things with this diagnosis, sometimes it turns into a guessing game. Well, what are they talking about? Well, oftentimes they're talking about their home that they grew up in as a child. That doesn't necessarily mean that you should drive 4 hours to take them there, or cross country to take them there, or 15 minutes down the road to take them there, because they may be talking about that home or like the house, the structure, but most likely they may be talking about what was happening then, their mom, their dad, their siblings, their life then. That's maybe where they're living, and they're, again, they're not living in present day with us. They're not living in 2025. They're living in the past, most likely, and maybe they're just talking about that time or those people, again, not realizing even when they look in the mirror that they're looking at themselves. So maybe they're talking about just that time period or those people or that feeling that they had in their heart during that time. Now, for those of you who have loved ones who maybe you just moved into assisted living or memory care or a nursing home, or they're in rehab or whatever, or maybe they've been there for years and they're still talking about, I want to go home. Again, that doesn't mean that you should pull them out of there and move them back home, because they also could be talking about their childhood home. They could be talking about just wanting to be around you, around family. They could just be meaning they want to see you. It doesn't necessarily mean a structure or a building. Home. Home is a feeling. What is that saying? Something about what it takes to make a house a home. A house is just a house. It's just four walls. It's just, it's just a place. To make it home are the memories, the feelings, all the things that you create, the people inside of it, the feelings that we get, the home cooked meals, all of those things. That is what makes a house a home. And so when someone says, I want to go home, don't always think of the structure. I once had a family that I helped that she drove her dad like 5 hours, and she was older herself. Her dad was in his 90s. She was in her late 70s, and not in super good health. And so it was very hard for her to drive 5 hours. It was a big task. And excuse me, I'm sorry. And when they got to the destination, the house, the structure that was 5 hours away, of course, it didn't look like it used to look, 70 some years ago. And he turned around, he wanted to immediately leave. Like, they just were there to drive past the house. It wasn't still in the family. It's not like they could go in the house. She literally took him there to see it, to look at it. And they were going to stay in a hotel and, you know, do something the next day and then go look at the house again and then go home. And he didn't even want to stay. They had to, she paid for a hotel and then checked out. And it was such a bad thing for her because she had to, you know, poor thing, drove 5 hours, you know, had this expectation that she was doing this good thing for her dad to see his house, and had to pay for a hotel, check out, and turn back around and drive 5 hours again. He was incontinent. It was just a really bad, situation. And so again, that doesn't mean to get in the car and take them to their house. House is their structure. Home is, you know, that feeling in our hearts, that warm feeling, the people, all of those things. So try to, you know, decipher what do they need when they say, I want to go home. And so anyways, I'm going to stop rambling on about that, but just food for thought this morning about I want to go home and what that could mean. Please don't hesitate to contact us if you need anything. I know it's after the holidays. You might be concerned if your loved one should be living alone. You might have a lot of questions. You might just want to know, what does this look like if we do decide to think about moving or any of that. Please don't hesitate to contact me. Please don't hesitate to contact if you need help and you want some just extra support or education or a little better idea of what's going on. We can help with all of that. So melissachambersconsulting.com. You can find a lot of information on the website, and also contact information is up above on this page. Have a great day. Oh, I forgot to mention my hair is still drying, so please don't mind me. But have a great day. I will see you next week. Bye.